I'm Jon Demler, and I'm a conservation officer with the New Hampshire Fish and Game Department's Law Enforcement Division. I think the White Mountains are very special for outdoor adventures. For a lot of people, they grew up nearby. There's a lot within the Northeast that is easy access to the White Mountains, and people are coming up to just be able to experience nature, to see some big areas of wilderness. Even for myself, there's always kind of a sense of awe driving through Franconia Notch, and I go through there an awful lot, almost daily. Some of the most common problems that hikers encounter when they're out in the White Mountains is just a lack of experience and exposure. Some people have an idea that a hike maybe is 4 miles long, and they translate that to 4 miles of hiking like through a park or some flat marked trails. But the White Mountains, any of the trails, are actually very difficult, and to gain elevation, to start at the bottom of a mountain and then climb to the top of it, is a lot more strenuous than any other activities. So right now it's winter, but did you know that winter conditions persist throughout the year in New Hampshire? Temperatures at the base of the mountain could be very pleasant, but it could be winter conditions. Even snow in June, July, August is very common on some of New Hampshire's mountains. Hikers should be familiar with the 10 Hike Safe Essentials. So if you go to hikesafe.com, they will list items that you should be carrying with you no matter what time of year it is. Some of those are as simple as making sure you have an external light source, like a headlamp or a flashlight, separate from your phone. But you also need to be prepared with kind of the knowledge of where you're going, and a map and a compass, and you have to know how to use those. You always want to have some sort of backup clothing in case you get wet and the temperatures change, or you just need to be able to switch into drier clothes. And then food and water. Those are some very important things that a lot of people seem to overlook. Some of my favorite hikes in the White Mountains, we're actually pretty close here to Welsh and Nicky Mountain, so I like doing that loop. It's almost in my backyard, and it's a fun one. It's very pretty. Still pretty challenging, but me personally, I like exploring. So anytime I get a chance to maybe take a little path or a trail or go investigate some beaver ponds, I do that. I do so safely. You may have seen some conservation officers on Northwoods Law. Obviously, we were on Animal Planet and Discovery Channel with several years worth of what we do being displayed to the public everywhere on TV. The Fish and Game Department was really kind of pushed forward. People got to see what conservation officers did. They understand a lot more about conservation law enforcement in New Hampshire, and really the wildlife that we get to interact with. To focus on hiking, make sure to visit hikesafe.com. There you can review the HikeSafe code and then also the 10 essentials. Also, you could go to visitnh.gov and then /wildly responsible to see the new Wildly Responsible program from New Hampshire.